Box Guitar Lesson. It's You've Got to Move by the great Mississippi Fred MacDowell. I'm tuned to D, A, D, and this is a very common 3-string cigar box guitar tuning. So here's your low D. You can tune off of me. Your second string is tuned to A. And the first string is another D. D-A-D tuning or dad tuning. So let's get right to it. Mainly we're using the 5th fret and the 3rd fret and the open strings. 5, 3, and 0. And depending on what chord we're playing, we may be playing on the outside 2 strings or the middle strings. So the melody, we're going to start out here, 1st string. So the first thing you're going to do is play the open G. Then you're going to move your 1st finger to the 3rd fret on that 1st string. Then your 3rd finger is going to play the 5th fret. And we simply slide that one up one more to the 7th fret on the 1st string. So it's 0, 3, 5, 7. Next part, going to be playing the 7th fret 1st string, 5th fret, and then 0 and then 3. So it's 7, 5, 0, all on the 1st string. So you're starting out walking up, then you're going to walk down. I'm putting a couple extra chord strums in there in between those notes. So what we end up with is all I'm doing is playing that open G chord, no fingers at all 3 strings. So when we start out, it's all on the 1st string, and that's on the 1st string. So that's the melody. You got to move, you got to move, you got to move, child, you got to move. That's the melody, and that's all on the 1st string. However, remember that the 3rd string is also tuned to G. So they're both tuned identically. So you can play both outside strings. There's a whole lot of different ways you can play this. It looks a little bit kind of limited, but it's not at all. Okay, from the top. I'm strumming all 3 strings there. The sky's the limit. You got to move. I'm playing all 3. And then I'm using my 1st finger on the 1st string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret. 2nd finger moves up to the 5th fret. And my 3rd finger plays the 1st string on the 7th. That gives it a nice fat sound because I've got that low G and I've got the D. So I'm playing the chords and the melody at the same time. The next part is simply the open chord. What I like to do here is play all 3 and then the outside 2. So I'm using my thumb on the 3rd string, my 1st finger's on the 2nd, and my 2nd finger's on the 1st. This is your home base for a 3-string cigar box guitar. So what we have here so far is sorts of different ways you can play this. You can play only the first string and have the other two drone, or you can do the top two strings, or all three. I'm using my fingers, first finger, second finger, and my thumb. Thumb's on the third string, first finger's on the second, and my second finger's on the first. When I do that, I'm choking with this hand. I'm playing the bass string first, and then the other two. So third string first, then the other two, and you do that twice. Boo-dat, boo-dat. Choking with that hand. That's the whole song. I just did some fancy stuff at the end there. So, what you want to do is start out slow, nice and easy. Just do one string at a time. The first string. Get that melody in your head. Dun, 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 dun. And there you got those two beats by itself. Back down. Dun, 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 dun. On this one, second string, third fret, and then the first string open. And I'm doing a slight bend up. First finger slides up or bends up just a little bit. So that's the whole song right there. You've got the melody and you've got the chords kind of built in. So when you start out, you're going to be playing the melody and you're going to be playing a couple of chords after the melody. It's sort of like you're playing the melody and the chords at the same time. So how would you play a solo on this? We're tuned to open G. If you've seen my other videos, you know what the scale is. I'm going to give you a few notes here. So this could be a pentatonic scale that you would play if you want to do a solo on this song. Basically what it is 5-3-0, 5-3-0, 5-3-0. That means first string is 5th fret, 3rd fret, and 0, or open. So third finger, first finger, no fingers. Same thing with the second string and same thing with the third. You would be amazed what you can do with just those 3 strings and those 9 notes. I won't go into all the permutations of what you can do there, but suffice it to say that is the full pentatonic on a 3-string guitar. And I'm getting fancy and I'm playing some pull-offs. 5th fret, 3rd fret, and 0. Third finger is on 1-5, first string, 5th fret. Pull it off, and you've got your first finger on 1-3, and then we pull that off. You can do the same thing on the second and third strings. Just a couple of tricks here. That's the scale. 5-3-0, 5-3-0, 5-3-0. That's it. I mean, you can add more notes to it, but it's amazing what you can do with just those 3 strings, and you walking down from 5 to 3 to 0. So let's say you wanted to play a full-fledged guitar style solo, like a 6-string guitar is what I'm talking about. and you want to play on this song, let's say maybe your buddy's going to do the main part. So that's the main part of the song, but what if you want to play a solo? Believe it or not, that's the exact same scale I played just a minute ago. So 0, 3, 5, 7 on every string. Can't get much easier than that. The hard part about this though is the groove. I'm using my thumb on the bass note. I'm using my first finger on the second string and my second finger on the first string. This is your go-to fingering for a 3-string. Anchoring with my pinky, my third finger does virtually nothing. Right now I'm playing, for example, the 3rd string open, and I'm playing the melody with my first finger. I'm simply playing the outside 2 strings. One with the thumb, one with my first finger. So that gives it a fatter sound. Sounds like there's a bass player or another guitar player playing with you. Sounds nice and big. When I do that, I'm using my first and second fingers and my thumb on the 3rd string. So first finger is going to be on the second string and my second finger on the first. I'm just playing all 3, choking with this hand. That's just simply the bass note by itself, then all 3, choking with this hand. So I'm killing the notes. Playing all 3, then just the bass, 3rd string, then all 3 again. So some people have been asking me, play some more fancy soloings. How about on a 3-string? Now, just because a song is slow doesn't mean you can't play a fast solo on top. So here's a song. All I'm doing is playing that scale I showed you a minute ago. Adding some pull-offs and hammer-ons. That's 1 pick and 2 hammer-ons. A hammer-on is simply these fingers mashing down on the strings. You can't see my first finger doing much. First finger, first finger, first finger. If you look close, the second and first finger sort of go together when I pick. Your mileage may vary on that. So make sure you don't go too fast on this song. 7th chord. All 3 strings plucked, and you've got your first finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Very common 7th chord, and a good ending for an open tuned 3-string CBG. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check out my website, bluesboyjag.com. Cigar box guitars for 21 years. We'll see you next time.